Hi, Janine. I really enjoyed your discussion post. I thought you explained your consent form and the rules for Florida really well, and I understood it, so that's great. And it's different than Michigan. And I actually, when you brought up the minor aspect of the consent forms, I didn't really explore too much of if the consent form had minor details in it for a minor to go into their counseling program. I think that's because my consent form focused more on adults treatments or programs, and specifically I think they focus with addiction programs. So we would turn somewhere else for a minor consent form, but that made me research minor consent forms for Michigan. And I thought it was interesting that when I pulled up from the Michigan.gov behavioral health standards, there was a page that provided parent resources and just information on the counseling process and when parents would have to actually still consent on the forms with the child for different counseling aspects. So if the minor was under the age of 18, the parent still has to sign. If they were emancipated or not, that plays a role. I know homeless youth, it said that parents or a guardian does not have to sign off on the consent forms. But if the child is dealing with, or if they're going to counseling for something specific, so if a minor is going to counseling for an abortion, whether they got it already or they didn't, or they're thinking about it, etc. with that, the parent technically or guardian still has to sign off on that. If the child, or minor is going for emergency care, the parent has to sign off. I did notice that birth control, parents or guardians do not have to sign off on that. So I thought it was interesting that even though they're child consent forms, there are still many factors that go into play. And that really made me think then there's probably more factors that go into play for adult consent forms too. So you made my brain start thinking. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.